everyone. Today, on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, India, Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, and Indian Association of Myanmar, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you this morning, wherever you are, and in the different parts of the world, in different time zones, in different conditions. While praying for the wellness and the good health of everybody, we are starting this special program this morning from Myanmar for the entire ASEAN region. And we are grateful to Shri Sunil Seji, the President, Indian Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, and Shri Naresh Kumarji, the President, Indian Association of Myanmar, and Vice President, India Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, and all other dignitaries, and very especially behind every successful man, there is always a lady. And over here in this program also, we are grateful and deep gratitudes to Madam Brishti Mukherjee, who had been coordinating for quite some time this program to get this package and this program for the entire globe together. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have special address from Dr. Parmeshwar Arora, who is a leading Ayurvedist in India at this point of time. And he is doing lots of innovative programs to overcome. And he is also trying to bring Vedic science into, in a very logical, scientific way, what all can be done through your kitchen, your home, your family, your residence, and all the families members together, what we can do. So Indian Myanmar Chamber of Commerce members, as well as our Indian Association of Myanmar, we extend a very warm welcome to all of you this morning. And I would request Shri Sunil Seji, the President, India Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, to kindly take on the floor and we can proceed from here. And I'm grateful to all the dignitaries, those are joining us from ASEAN countries, very especially from Myanmar. And a lot of people are joining us from Manipur also, because Dr. Palin, Dr. Dublin, and a couple of other people, those are joining us, including Julie Subba, Asni Kumarji, and some other dignitaries. We extend them a very warm welcome for having joined us this morning. With these words, I request Shri Sunil Seji, the President of the India Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, to kindly take on, please. Hearty welcome. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Gulshan, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Namaskar and Minglaba, as they say in Myanmar. I just want to sort of start off by saying that I'm not in Yangon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm outside and I'm having some problems maybe with the internet bandwidth. So just in case I get disconnected, I would request Dr. Gulshan to please take over so that the program doesn't get interrupted. But as long as you can hear me, a very, very warm welcome to all the IMCC members, to all the Indian Association of Myanmar members from the Rotary Club in Myanmar. Naresh tells me a lot of other Indians and our Myanmar brothers and sisters have joined this program. So a very warm welcome to you, and of course to other members from ASEAN and also from Manipur and India. A namaskar and a very warm welcome. I think we all have been going through very, very trying times for the last 1.5 years with the COVID pandemic. This is something which I think very few of us have seen such a large scale pandemic in our lifetime, and I hope it's the only one we see and that we overcome this very soon. Our heart really goes out to India at the moment with more than 3,00,000 cases every day. For all our brothers and sisters who are in India, our sympathies and our encouragement and good wishes for all of you. We hope that whoever is going through this comes out of it strong, and we pray to God for good health for all of you and for your families. It brings out the best in their character, I must say, whether it's corporate, the way everyone is overcoming the challenges being faced is something worthy for probably the whole world to learn. So our best wishes to all of you, and I'm very glad that, you know, in such times we have today Dr. Parmeshwar and Dr. Gulshan and Naresh to speak to us on how to deal under such trying conditions and how to live life positively. Just an update to all my Indian friends, you know, about Myanmar. The country also, while the number of cases are probably not as severe as what is happening in India, but the country also, this beautiful country also is going through its own set of issues. And for all my Myanmar friends, I'm really thankful for our speakers today who would speak on how we should live under such challenging conditions. I will not take much time, and I once again would really like to thank Dr. Parmeshwar and Dr. Gulshan for taking, and Naresh for taking the initiative to set up this very nice you know, webinar today. And I hope at the end of it we all benefit and come out of it stronger with a more positive mindset. So thank you very much, and over to you, Dr. Gulshan, to please introduce Dr. Parmeshwar in slightly more details, and then hand over the session to him. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Sunil Seji, the President of the India-Myanmar Chamber of Commerce. The most important is that everybody is sparing their most valuable time during the working hours and joining us over here. In fact, it's a deep gratitude and thanks from our side to everybody those are joining us this morning, all the way from different parts of Myanmar. And as ladies and gentlemen, at this point of time, lot of challenges, lot of difficulties, lots of problems, everything is coming. Dr. Parmeshwar Arora ji, with whom we have done 53 so far, the Ayurveda-based programs, the complete series, which we started with Namo Gange. And now for last couple of weeks, he has come out with a very innovative and science-based, Vedic-based, and that is heritage-based, where everything is scientific. He is trying to tell the remedy is right in our residence, remedy is right in our kitchen, remedy is right in our family, and all of us, we have to take the best possible precautions. And a lot of challenges are there. I would read the name of all the participants, those are joining little later, because Dr. Saab the other day told me the 15 minutes program, which we do in the evening every Saturday, 15 to 20 minutes program, he says there is a long queue outside that point of time of the patient, and every life is to be saved at this point of time. He's distributing medicines free of cost. He's sending across to the people wherever it's possible. Whosoever wants to recover in a fastest, natural, Ayurvedic based, that's what Dr. Parmeshwar Arora ji is a scientific approach. Let's hear him. Let's get his views. We have done lots of programs, and people from different countries from world over, Indian diaspora, those are the member of our chamber. They all are joining his programs. This morning, he had been very kind, and we are starting a new series in the special program for the ASEAN region, and Myanmar is the first country. Dr. Parmeshwar Arora ji.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. I pray to Lord Dhanvantri for the wellness of everyone, for the health of everyone, for the happiness everywhere around the world, and may no one should be sufferer. Hey God, hey Lord Dhanvantri, please accept our cumulative prayer. आप सभी को अभिनंदन. Good morning, everybody. and respect to Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji for providing me this munch. We all know that we are facing a very bad pandemic, the COVID pandemic. And now, sometime in America, sometime in Italy, sometime in France, and now in India, maybe some other country in future, they are suffering a lot. And the doctors, scientists, and the administrators, they are trying their level hard to overcome the problem, but still we are facing a lot of troubles. We are facing a lot of things are really not under control. To be very frank with you, after so many efforts, things are not under control. And we are not only facing the economic losses, but we are also facing the life losses. Our relatives, our family members, the youth, elders, and now the start losing our children also in the form of, now the people are talking about the third wave, which will be very dangerous for the children. So now a bit of panic is there in everybody's mind. Everybody is in fear. So now it's a time when we should learn how to basically whatever we are doing till now is the preventive measures. Either we are teaching people about the absolute prevention in the form of wearing masks, or in the form of maintaining hygiene, or in the form of avoiding the crowded places. So these are the things for absolute prevention, so that bloody virus cannot enter in our body through the two main routes, that is the nose and the mouth. So the first thing which we are educating to the people is for absolute prevention. And after that, if we talk about the general approach of the allopathic doctors, so after this, they are saying that unfortunately, even after following all these preventive measures, if you fall sick, if you get infected, then come to us, we will treat you. I think being an Ayurvedic scholar, we are missing the intermediate stage, intermediate guideline. And that intermediate very important. So again, try to understand what I'm saying. What I want to say, that we are in general proposing two guidelines. One is preventive, second is treatment. But to me, we are missing one intermediate guideline. And that intermediate guideline from the Ayurveda, the science of life. And this intermediate guideline, what it proposes, what it does, what it basically meant for is for the day-to-day neutralization of the virus. Because now we all have accepted that this virus is in air. So you are a very disciplined person, you are not going out. But now it's not sufficient, because you are not going out. It's okay. But virus is coming inside through air. And it's absolutely impractical that when you are in washroom, it's not possible. So basically, first thing which I have proposed, making Ayurveda as a medium, is that you please put oil, whatever oil suits to you. It may be mustard oil, it may be sesame oil, it may be coconut oil, it may be ghee, it may be the almond oil, whatever suits to you. You please take some drops of oil on your palm, and with the help of finger, you just apply it in your nose, and the same oil you just put in your mouth. And I'm suggesting 3 times. Number one, once you do breakfast, you go and wash your hand, you just rinse by water. After that, you do this. So next 4 hours, your nose and your mouth will have a biological barrier, which will be very good preventive barrier, so that in any case, unfortunately, virus enters your nose or enters your mouth, then it will not get attachment to the mucous membrane of your nose and mouth. So once it is not getting the base for the attachment, base for the multiplication, base for the replication, then in a limited time it will get disintegrated. So the oil is the first and the foremost and the strongest mask. And the other side of this, if you are not scientifically convinced, no problem. Putting oil in the nose is very good for your brain, is very good for your eyes, is very good for your ear, is very good for the luster of skin on the face. So there is no harm at all. Oil is not a toxic thing. If you put it in the mouth, every time you are eating oily things, every time you are eating things in the ghee, so there is no harm. There is even, you cannot say as a medicine, it is simple edible item of your own kitchen. But again, I am saying now there is a discussion for a nasal spray, and this nasal spray will work on the same principle, that it will make a barrier so that that virus will not get attached to the mucous membrane of the nose. And once it is not getting attachment, it will not go the process of multiplication, and it will get integrated in a short span of time. So this is the addition in absolute prevention. Now, the second intermediate stage, which I was proposing you, making Ayurveda the early neutralization or day-to-day neutralization of the virus. And what is this? We all know the etiopathogenesis of this virus now, that this virus get entry through nose or mouth. And in nose or mouth, it remains for 3 to 5 days just to get replicated. And once it is in good quantum, then it descends through our throat to the lungs. And when it reaches the lung, then it creates problem for us. Breathing troubles, congestion, pneumonia, and other things which are fatal, which may be fatal for us. So we have time 3 to 5 days, depending on our immunity, depending on the status of our health of our nose and throat. If your nose and throat is very healthy, then the quantum which virus desires may take 7 days to form. If you are sick by nose and throat, maybe because this virus is not getting sufficient resistance from your own cells, then it may get that much replication in 3 days. So this time it is very, very important that you keep your nose and throat very healthy. For example, we all know when we eat something very cold or when we eat something very sour, so our throat get, in general, we have sore throats. So we should avoid anything which can affect our throat, either in the form of chilled water or any cold thing or sour things, because now everybody is suggesting for vitamin C. So the person who is not used to having orange juices is drinking orange juice for the 3 times, maybe too much use of lemon, and that may affect your throat. So we have to be very, very careful that this time we have to take care about our nose and the throat. If we are a patient of sinusitis, if we are a patient of allergic throat, then we have to be very careful so that this virus taking place in our nose and throat, our cells can give a good resistance, and the quantum of virus should not be very high. So what I am saying, first day, virus is very weak, and we know that it is residing in our nose or mouth or maybe in upper throat. So whether it is possible that on the first day we can disintegrate it? So my answer is yes, it is very much possible. How? If virus is having entry into nose, and we all know, worldwide we know that for 3 to 5 in nose or mouth. So if it is in nose, then you take water steam, plain water steam, warm water steam, twice a day. It will clear. Steam is having sufficient heat to disintegrate this virus. First day virus is so weak, then now we have so many studies, so many research work all around the world. The people are saying that steam is very good. Steam is disintegrating this virus. But which virus? The virus of day one, which is comparatively very, very weak. Because we all know that this virus is composed of two things, protein and outer lipid layer. That lipid layer is very thin. Steam heat can be, more than sufficient for disintegrating it. So if a person is steaming morning and evening for 5 minutes, that means if the virus is in nose, it's killing the virus. Second, if virus is in mouth, then having this hot water or warm water, bearable, lukewarm water, you can say, if you drink lukewarm water sip by sip for 2 times a day, then it will clear your mouth from the virus. And if virus is in throat, then having gargle with the warm water containing a pinch of turmeric and pinch of rock salt, it will clear your throat. So 3 very basic things, if we do morning and evening, keeping in mind that even after all preventive measures, all precautions, because the virus is in air, it is in community spread, it may be entering into our nose and mouth, and before giving it 3 to 5 days, so that it will be in such a quantum that it will be a tough situation for us. We are disintegrating it, we are killing it on daily basis. So these are 3 steps. The 4th one is chewing off some spices. Spices, the black pepper is the wonderful spice, which is very, very effective to counter this coronavirus. The black pepper. So black pepper, I am suggesting in 2 ways. One, you take the complete black pepper and chew it. I mean, you may keep it in your mouth for maybe half an hour, and if you can gulp it, it's good. No, there's no problem. So black pepper is the game changer. The second thing which is very important is the clove. Clove is also having very pungent effect and very antiviral effect. So if you are just chewing the clove, the complete clove, you will not believe virus around mouth will get disintegrated. So now I have completed 5 steps. Number 1, the steaming. Number 2, lukewarm water drinking. Number 3, gargle. Number 4, the chewing of the spices like black pepper and clove. Should start their day with a formula, with a home remedy, you can say, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder with a pinch of rock salt. The 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder with a pinch of rock salt. You have it and a sip of warm water. You must start your day with this combination. This is very, very effective. Trust me. And last, neem leaves. I think neem you may find in all countries. Neem, if you know, Aja-Directa indica, neem is a blood purifier. So I don't know it is there in your country or not, but I think neem is everywhere. So it's a blood purifier. So you have neem or something like neem. If every country has their traditional, system, something which is very effective in blood purifier, as a blood purifier. So neem or something like neem, you must have every day. So if you do all these things on daily basis, trust me, unfortunately, if you get infected by virus, so it will not come to the symptomatic stage. And this is called as intermediate management, or you can term it day-to-day clearance of virus, or day-to-day neutralization of virus, or daily killing of the virus. And after even this intermediate stage, if you get exposed to virus, maybe you are a health worker, or you are, somewhere in the security, or you are an administrative personality, you have to go out very frequently. So it is also possible, even after these two things, you may get affected. But again and again, I say, if you are disciplined way following the two early procedures, the procedure for absolute prevention, and the second, the early neutralization or day-to-day neutralization, there are hardly 5 to 6% chances that you may have symptoms. And if you have symptoms, then with the first symptom, it may be fever, it may be sore throat, it may be coughing, it may be cold, it may be severe body ache. With the first symptom, you declare yourself as a patient of COVID, even without testing. If you do this, then you will be in the benefit yourself, as well as you will not spread it to your family. There is a saying that survival of the fittest. But now I am just cutting this fittest word. I am saying survival of the intelligent. Whoever says himself as educated, intelligent, or intellectual, or whatever, so he has to understand this concept that this time, even if you have normal flu, the seasonal flu, then also you take it as COVID. And if you take it as COVID, you will be you are the only person who will be in benefit. Your family is the only family which will be in benefit. If you just postpone it, then I will get it checked. Sometime it happened to me, and I am actually yesterday I did this and that, so that's why I may be exhausted. That is the problem. Why the problem is spreading? Because for 3 to 4 days, when symptoms are very less, when symptoms are mild, we are just ignoring it. So first of all, we should not ignore it. This is the game changer. And if you attack this virus, accept this virus that I am a COVID patient with the first symptom on the very first day, then you will be you will be much stronger than this virus. But if you give 3-4 days to this virus, then now you are on the equal strength, whosoever may win. You may win, but you may win with lot of support, maybe support of oxygen, maybe support of the hospital, maybe support of so many things. So this is the one part, what is going on in this world. But now the second theory. Up to this theory, we said the preventive, the defense theory. Because first we are, adopting the preventive measures. The second, if we fall sick, we are just doing the treatment. Up to that stage, I said dhal. In Hindi, dhal. Dhal means only defense. When we go for a war, you say we have a shield and then we have a talar. So up to this point, we are just in a defensive mode. We are just in a preventive mode. And this virus, maybe after 3 months, will change again. We will have a different variant of it. It may get mutated, and then again it will attack us. Maybe the same vaccine will not be effective for the third variant, maybe the mutated form. So whether only playing defensive is sufficient? To me, not at all. Now, with the defense offensive for this virus, we have to attack on this virus also so that it can be destroyed from our environment. Because by defense, you cannot win the war. By defense, you can prevent yourself, but up to what extent and up to what time, it is not decided. Maybe your enemy will come in different form and will again attack you. So up to my question is, up to what time you will wear mask, you will restrict yourself in houses, up to what time you will close your businesses, you will close your industries. So practically, it is not possible, and it is not actually practically. It's not practical. It's not practical. So it is there. After some time, maybe some stage will come when the people will start saying, "Okay, we don't mind. I mean, getting killed by corona. We are getting killed by starvation. We are." So basically, this is the time when, with defense, for sure, we have to be disciplined in having defense. But at the same time, we have to be now offensive. We have to be now attacking for this coronavirus. And now again, making Ayurveda as base, I am proposing the theory of Dhoom Chikitsa. Dhoom Chikitsa means the fumigation of medicinal herbs. The fumigation from the medicinal herbs is the way which has been told in our Ayurveda by Charak Muni, by Sushrut Muni, by Vagvat, by Kashyap Samhita, by one of our Veda called Atharva Veda. It has been written very clearly that whenever we are in Janpadodhvans, Janpadodhvans means the pandemic. First, you adopt the defensive measures, and after that, to kill that infectious agent in the environment, which is present in the environment, and killing you, affecting you, you just kill it. You just clean your environment by Dhoom Chikitsa. So, second step is that if you want to get rid from this coronavirus forever, then you have to clean your atmosphere. And to clean our atmosphere, there is a scientifically explained material. Which material you have to use? It's not like that you burn the forest and that atmosphere will be clear. No, it's not that kind of fume. It's not that kind of fumigation. It is a fumigation from certain medicinal herbs. And the fumigation can be done by three basic things. One is aam ki lakdi, means the wood from mango tree. The second is camphor. And the third base will be the cow ghee. And in these three basic things, we have to add the neem patra. Neem, I have already told you that neem is a blood purifier. It's antiseptic, antimicrobial. So neem you might get everywhere. If you don't have neem, then the second thing you must surely have, that is the rock salt. Everywhere present, rock salt, sandha namak. And then if you have mustard seed, sarso ke beej, mustard seed, and gugulu, Commiphora mukul. It's a ragin basically, gugulu. And if we use these basic things, and everybody is taking the responsibility that he will do havan or yagya, means we take all these things in some utensil, we say havan kund, you may use some whatever utensils you have made up of iron, you put there and burn it outside your house, and everybody, I mean, around you must be doing it. same day, at the same time. Trust me, there are studies which scientifically documented. Already it has been done. These studies has been done that if you do these things, the air gets purified. There is a study which suggested that within 1 hour after Havan, more than 90% of the microbes were absolutely killed by the Havan. So, what my suggestion is that with defense, if we do this Dhum Chikitsa, especially in the country like India, where Havan and Yajna, they are, very popular, and basically we are doing centuries. So if we do them, Havana and Yajna, then it will be a game changer, and game changer not for just stopping, so for cancelling the any probability or of coming third wave or fourth wave or fifth wave. So with these words, I I say Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji that he knows the environmental condition in your country very well. So what he suggests, what is his view, what from my lecture, what he can extract the some points to say to you. Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji, if listening to me, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. There is one question which has come from Mr. Dharmensra.
Ji.
He told last year there were recommendations from medical side to keep hands and face oil free. So wash, what is now recommended?
Okay. Actually, there you are saying that there was recommendations of oil-free face and hands.
Huh.
But as such, India, there were no recommendation like this.
Yes.
Oil and any lubricant, is always make a preventive barrier over the skin. Always. From any allergen, from any dust, or from even sunlight. When there is too much of sun, then you also use the lubricant. So as such, it's not now one another thing. Now the experts are saying that it is not coming from the surfaces. So it's not like that you touch some surface and then it is coming to your hand and then no. If you have oil layer on your hand and you unfortunately you get the droplet containing virus on your hand, but oil is there. So believe me, it cannot harm you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Thank you very much. On behalf of Shri Sunil Seji, the President, India Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, and Shri Naresh Kumar ji, the President, Indian Association of Myanmar, and Vice President, India Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, and all the dignitaries, those who have joined here this morning, we convey our deep gratitudes and thanks to you. I know there are a lot of patients waiting for you, and this evening again you have to come at 6:30, and also for America, for United States, Canada, as well as what we call Latin America. There's a special program of yours on Monday morning at 8:30. Monday morning, which I had yet to discuss with you. So that's another program which is coming through. Somebody's mic is getting echo because somebody has switched on 2 devices. Anyway, thank you very much.
Sir,
Doctor, yes, please.
These tips are scientifically proven, and these are based on the Vedic knowledge and the classical Charak Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Bhagavad Samhita. Again and again, I am saying, don't consider these things as simple things. Don't consider that if remdesivir or ivermectin, like strong medicines, if not doing anything, how this neem and black pepper is going to help. You please take words from me. from the Vedas and Shastras. Please, please, please. Black pepper and a pinch of rock salt should be the first thing going to your mouth. The neem patra, four leaves morning and 4 leaves evening, will be game changer. Please take words and use them. You will be in benefit.
Dr. Shavik, one last question, one more question is there. It has come. My question is, once you get COVID and you have recovered after your quarantine for more than 14 days, are you likely to get COVID again? It is Hitesh Sayata.
So you may have COVID again, yes, for sure, because after COVID, you may develop some wild antibodies, which may protect you for maybe 2 months or 3 months. After 2 to 3 months, there is a strong probability that if you get exposure, you may again get COVID.
Okay.
The maximum span can be 2 to 3 months. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Amar Raj Sehmi ji, it is entirely up to you what you wish to follow, what you don't wish to follow. You follow allopathic, you follow homeopathic, you follow Ayurvedic, you follow Unani. Whatever suits you, you go ahead accordingly. I do not want to comment anything on the WHO at present this morning. What a mockery we have made in the last few days. I do not want to discuss about WHO at all. Praveen Kabraji, please illustrate how to apply oil in mouth. Nose you have explained, we have understood. I think they have not understood the gargling part of the oil, Doctor, which I am doing.
You just okay. Yeah. You just take a half teaspoon of the oil or quarter teaspoon of the oil and just put it in your mouth. And just like gargle, you rotate it and leave it. So now throw it. You can throw it, you can drink it, whatever. Yes. It's an edible oil. We use it every day in our vegetables, in cooking. You know, in our tradition, the people were used to drink oil.
Yes.
So this oil, you just do this oil range after breakfast. So it's a 4 hours prevention, and then it will get absorbed into the system. After lunch, again have a half teaspoon, and after dinner again a half teaspoon. And you just range it. Don't see if you have any agitation that this much oil we are not going to consume, just do the gargle-like thing and spit it out. It will make a layer. It will make a layer. You just put little bit of ghee on the tongue and see after 1 minute, you will feel all the ghee has spreaded throughout the mouth. So these are very, and try to understand, this is not my theory. I don't want to take any credibility for this. This is the theory of Charak, and Charak is state message when there is virus or any infective organism spreaded in the air, prevent yourself through these simple procedures.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. I think we have taken over the questions also. And from Sikkim also, Ravindra Janji is joining. Hearty welcome to him also. Thank you. Dr. Very kind of you. Look forward to seeing you at 6:30 p.m. this evening, Indian Standard Time. And then also, my office will intimate to you, Monday morning, 8:30, we are talking to Canada, United States, and Latin America. 8:30 a.m. on Monday. And this evening at 6:30, and your prayer, Dr.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kashchid dukha bhagvavet. I pray to Lord Dhanvantri for happiness and health of everyone, everywhere in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Thanks for sparing your most valuable time and joining us this morning. Please go ahead with your routine. Thanks a lot. Very kind of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. So, we are going ahead now. And now let me take the gallery view so that everybody can be there. Naresh ji, I can see you. Sunil ji, yes, Sunil ji is also there. I'm so very happy because the brightness comes to me when I have got both the dignitaries along with the lady over here. Thank you. Now, as per the program which you have sent across to me, we have got the next on service industry. Now,
So
should I?
can I have the pleasure of
Sir,
introducing you, Dr. Gulshan?
sir, all yours. हमने तो आपका भोजन खाया है.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I think it was very, very interesting and a very informative session by Doctor. And I think some very, very useful tips Dr. Parmeshwar gave us, which I'm sure will be useful even for Indians as well as our Myanmar friends in Myanmar, and of course to the Indians who are listening to this seminar. So without wasting much time, let me again formally introduce Dr. Gulshan Sharma. He's actually an ex-army officer. He's Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma, with more than 30 years of experience in the service industry and education and skills development. So Dr. Gulshan holds a PhD in service industry with focus on vocational education and skills. And I think that comes out pretty well with whatever interaction we've had with him in this short seminar. You can make out that he's very passionate about service industry. I think before joining ISCI, Dr. Sharma was with the Indian Army, as I mentioned, as an officer, and the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India till 1993, where he set up India's first institute for travel and tourism, IITTM, and developed MBA tourism for India and various other service industry courses with his team. So Dr. Sharma, I've met him personally. I've had the privilege of talking to him. He's a very passionate person, very focused on what he wants to do for society. I think he's a true soldier and passionate to serve society for making education relevant and empowering every educator, trainer, and youth with relevant education skills and entrepreneurial skills. So we are very fortunate that we've been able to establish this linkage with him at IMCC and IAM. And I hope, Dr. Gulshan, we will continue from time to time to hold such seminars. We'll also talk specifically to our members, both at IMCC and IAM, and find out for you what topics are of interest, and we will get back to you. And then we will sort of coordinate and see if we can do something specific which our members desire in Myanmar. Thank you very much, and over to you, Dr. Gulshan, for your presentation.
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. I want to be quick, short, and crisp to the point as soon as possible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me share with you that since 1994, after I left the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India and Indian Army, I'm taking care of, basically Indian diaspora linkages with India. We have got about now 31.4 million Indians abroad in different countries and different continents. This year and the last year, right from the pandemic, when it was declared, announced, and complete lockdown, 25th of March 2020 onwards, we are having webinars almost every day. And we are focusing on education, youth, skills, and all, because UNESCO told us 1.65 billion children are away from schools, colleges, universities, institutions, and a couple of places. So anybody, anywhere, what I'm going to share, it's universal application, and it is for all of us, which we are going to take the journey quick, sharp, and this is, with Dr. Parmeshwar Arora. We have done the Vedic approach for protecting, against coronavirus. And this evening, 6:30, again, he'll be coming and he'll be talking about diet. What is to be eaten during Corona time. And that is 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time I'm talking about. You can see it on the GS Motivator. Like now, this program is also going live at this point of time, which people are watching world over. And that is coming live. All the comments you can see over there, which is coming from Manipur, from Arunachal Pradesh, from Singapore, from Thailand. Everything is available this morning, which we have got over here. Now, this is the second program we have done with him at 7 a.m. This was to basically accommodate Australia, New Zealand, and a couple of other places that day we have done. The third program we had done for 2 p.m. That is in the afternoon because we had to accommodate the entire European countries. It was early morning. They were having their cup of tea. And that is the time with Dr. Parmeshwar Arora ji. We have done the program over there. Now, 6:30 p.m., you can meet him this evening. You can see him on the GS Motivator. And today is going to be the 53rd program, Ayurveda for the Global Wellness. Each and every point, whatsoever you have got, and let me assure you, all the remedies are within your body itself. Try and avoid taking more medicine from outside, which has been put into the pills form. If you can recover yourself in a natural way, my focus is services sector, economies into three parts: agriculture, manufacturing, and services. And when we are talking about services sector, there are 52 areas which our chamber basically focuses, specializes, and we work very closely with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and besides that, Ministry of MSME also. Now, these are some of the major sectors which we are focusing out of 52 areas at present: health and wellness, education and research, travel and tourism, hospitality, aviation, communication, IT-enabled services, retail, media entertainment, public relations advertising, and MICE. That is, the events management, events planning, events marketing and packaging, banking and insurance, real estate, logistic, HR, utility services, technical services, and office administration. Now, post-pandemic, we all have to understand one thing. We got to reskill ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, gone is the time when you were doing your graduation and master degree and you were joining one particular company, one particular corporate house, and you were taking the retirement from there, your final check, your pension, and one memento and the flowers given to you. Thank you very much for serving with us for last so many years. That is not going to be happening now. There has to be a reskilling, and there may be a continuous skilling and upskilling which has to be done at every stage. Technology, irrespective what is your age. If I share with you, I'm 72 years old, but my energy that flows in my body is that of 20 years old boy, only because of one reason: what you put inside your body and what you put inside your mind. These two things are very, very important. If you think you're agile, you're fit, you have to live longer, you have to serve humanity, you will live that way. And your food habits, they play very, very, very important role in your life. I get up at 3:30 in the morning and I sleep at 9:30 p.m. in the evening. I'm a teetotaler, I'm a vegetarian, I'm a non-smoker, no vices, no party, no outing, ghar ka bhojan, homemade food, that is the best thing. But I'm mad for technology. I want to learn technology the best possible way. There's a bombardment of information. If anybody, because see, whenever crises are there, opportunities are also there. It's entirely up to you. Today, you know what is the scenario? Information is overloaded. You do not know what to pick up, where from to pick up, what is to be done. The greatest input what you can do to yourself is, during Corona, pick up any program and programs of your choice. Do short-term complementary programs, and we would be more than happy to do anything with Myanmar, whatever we can do with both the chambers, IMCC, IAM, whatever you wish, teachers and youth empowerment. And of course, at present, we have got making education relevant, vocationals, micro, small, medium enterprises, research and innovation, technology, health and wellness from Singapore. Every Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, there's a special program which is being done. That is basically, we are talking about water management strategies. It comes from Singapore because our chairman for water management, he is based out of Singapore. And then we have got a special program on women empowerment. That is also very important. These are the sector skill councils. We are working with all of them very, very closely. During the entire pandemic, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, they've got a lot of schemes at present over here. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is doing a lot. And when we are talking about this Sector Skill Council, I wish to share that if you want to pick up any threads on entrepreneurship, professional skills, whatever you want to take for the future, see, challenges are there. A lot of people have lost the job. I dedicated last 3 decades for tourism, hospitality, and airlines. My heart bleeds when I come to know 4 crore people are being affected and impacted in India alone at this point of time, when the tourism, hospitality, and all media entertainment industry, we have done about 100 programs with this sector skill council. Mohit Soni is very dynamic. Should you wish to have any program related to media entertainment in Myanmar, do let us know. We would be more than happy. If you want to have it on entrepreneurship, I can ask Colonel Anil Kumar Pokhriyal. He's a brother officer. We can do any program for you. This is for the media entertainment, radio, television, theater, music, film, sound, light, backdrop, stage, costume, special effect, designing, anything you need in media entertainment, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, Internet of Things, cloud computing, blockchain, we can be more than happy. Then there's a lady for the Sector Skill Council for the wellness. If you're interested, Monica Behel, we can talk to her. We have done about 100 programs with her. And she was with us on the 15th August last year on India's Independence Day, when she brought 15 top people of the wellness industry together. And now Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsiji, he has taken over as the new chairperson for the National Council for Vocational Education and Training in India. This is a merger of 2 bodies in India, National Skill Development Agency and National Council for Vocational Training. Last 26 years, we are associated with Dr. Nirmaljeet Singh Kalsi. He is a bureaucrat out of, you talk about, he is altogether out of the bureaucratic approach. He's a technical person, taco savvy, approachable, entire vocational education. When you talk about skills empowerment, teacher empowerment, youth empowerment, I'm a man of vision and future. Holistic education we are doing. Our chamber is doing a lot of programs on this, education, skills, and entrepreneurship. Should you wish to set up, now both the chambers, IMCC and IAM, anywhere, in any polytechnic, any ITI, any school, any college, any university, you want to set up a finishing lab, like you have a physics lab, chemistry lab, bio lab, computer lab. If you want to set up a finishing lab, because when the children will come back and the corona gets over, there are going to be a lot of wellness issues. There are going to be a lot of challenges. So should you wish to set up any finishing lab, just one room can be dedicated, only one room. Our chamber would be more than happy to give complimentary services for the same, because we brought in India in 1994, India's first service industry finishing school. And that is on soft skill, life skills, and technical. Like you have got EdTech platform, we talk about talent tech, and where the communication, collaboration, creativity, curiosity, critical thinking. And this is called inspirational lab. It is an inspiration where your creativity has to come out. That is something what we are working on. Any day, should you wish to have any kind of a motivational, inspirational program for teachers, for youth of Myanmar, our chamber would be more than happy to give complimentary services. Should you wish to have any special training program for your teachers, you want to have for technical education, vocational education, skill education, once again, we would be more than happy. Our chamber is now, with the help of our past president and the patron of the chamber based out of California, that is in Los Angeles, we are setting up now global e-Gurukul Gyan Yagya. That is, e-Gurukul is coming, not the traditional one, the heritage based. It is going to be all technology based. You are in your own country, you are at your own place, no charges, no money to be taken in any form from any kind. And we are taking the pool of the teachers from world over. You are doing a particular business, you're running any corporate house, you're running any factory, you can be our teacher, because ultimately these children have to get to the corporate houses. They got to get to the industry. You can come, you can do Gyan Yagya. You can speak for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time is with you, and you can address the global fraternity. Our chamber is giving you that particular platform, and any child can join from anywhere. It is free of cost. no money transaction of any kind. We have got about 12 hours beaming. We have done a couple of programs recently for Central Asia. We have done for Mongolia. We are doing it for Latin America. Our presidents, those are based couple of countries because we have got different Peru, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Chile. We are doing a lot of program where the Spanish-speaking population at present is over there. What I wish to share at the same time, our past president is in Singapore, Karan Singh Thakral group of companies. Our present president is based out of Bangkok in Thailand. And couple of other dignitaries, those are joining us. We are holding almost 28 webinars every week, which we have got with you. And what we would like to request each one of you is, now B2B, at least for some time world over, is not business to business. It should be termed as back to basics. B2B is back to basics. Basic food, basic health, basic education, and every child, before taking any course, try and find out where can you get free courses, where you have not to pay the money, where you can earn and learn, because you should do part-time job. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a Gyan Yagya. We are having from the world over almost 12 lakh people associated. Whatever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's the philosophy we have got. We have got email over here. We have got WhatsApp number over here. Should you wish to come as a panelist, should you wish to give any kind of a contribution, all our telecasts are, there is no editing effect. Like this program is also going live. It is on the GS Motivator. You can press the bell icon. You can subscribe. You can like it. You can share it. You can see it any point of time, anywhere, and you can get all the valuable inputs. We would be more than happy to get closer to Sunil Seji, Naresh Kumarji, and we would be more than happy in any way we can work with IMCC or IAM. We would be looking forward to. Let the world be at peace. We should get Nizat from this coronavirus. Let world get back to normal, and we all should see once again beautiful morning. Wo subha kabhi to aayegi. Wo subha kabhi to aayegi. That is the way we got to live. With these words, Sunil Seji, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Gulshan Sharma. I think it was a very, very informative and enlightening and a very crisp presentation that you made to us. I think we'll really need to absorb, because there's a lot of information that you've provided us on the areas where we could work together. I think amongst the chambers, we will sit here, and I'm sure there is a lot of things that we can do between IMCC, IAM, and your chamber. What immediately comes to mind is, Myanmar was still the last frontier market of ASEAN, or of the world for that matter. I think what we'll do is maybe in a month's time, put up a full nice pack on what the chamber can offer. There are a few verticals that we focus on. Agro is a huge export, a potential from Myanmar. There's a possibility to do trade with various chambers, members from your chamber itself. We can do stuff in pharmaceutical industry, hospitality you mentioned. Vocational training is something that Myanmar needs very, badly. So that is another area where our members would benefit a lot. So we'll try and make out some win-win propositions between our chambers, our members here, and with the various other chambers that you are part of, and see how we can maybe every 2 months at least hold something constructive so that people really benefit. I think we are running a bit short on time, but I will now like to invite Naresh to also address us. I think Naresh needs no introduction. A lot of us, at least in Myanmar at IMCC and IAM, know him very well. But this for the benefit of some of our participants from India. So Naresh is the president of the IAM, Indian Association of Myanmar, and he is also vice president of IMCC. So Naresh has been a very, very old hand in Myanmar with his company being here, started by his parents, maybe more than 80 years. And he has been, his company operates in the export and import business for agro commodities, pharmaceuticals, FMCG, distribution and service industry. He's a keen cricketer, and I think he was instrumental in setting up the Cricket Association in Myanmar. Uh, Naresh also operates in Cambodia, Laos, and many other Singapore and many other ASEAN countries, basically in the business of trading and commodities. What was very commendable is that last year, because of his contribution to business, he was awarded as the Global Indian of the Year 2020-21 by Asia One, and that is very very prestigious. And we hope for the continued success of both IM and IMCC. And Naresh, over to you for your presentation. Are you there, Naresh?
A little while before I could see him, I think some challenges on the technical part, it always happens. But let us see once again. Nareshi, can you hear the voice? Yeah, he's there. He's there.
You could hear us, Naresh? Naresh, you have to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Dr. Gulshan, are you able to hear him?
Nahi ji.
Brishti, maybe you can call Naresh and just ask him.
Yes, Sachin.
I think, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I guess he has some network issues.
No worries. It happens sometime, because certain places, I think initially Sunil ji was having a lot of challenges because he is not at Yangon. He told he's at Napoli, but somehow he managed, and God was kind to us.
Yeah.
God was
Naresh,
kind.
are you there?
Yeah. Unmute your mic, Naresh ji.
He's smiling. So unmute your mic and speak, Naresh.
No, we can't hear you, Naresh ji.
Unmute karo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So, thank you, Mr. Gulshan. Thank you, Dr. Parmeshwar, Sunil, and thank you for the introduction also. Today, I have been asked to speak on a topic of COVID, is prevention and cure and effect. But before I do that, let me pray for pay my condolence to all the families who has lost the near and dear ones. And also, I wish some of them who are still on the way to recovery, a very speedy recovery. The spread of corona has placed the entire world in an unprecedented situation. A measure response is appropriate, but important question about our ability to tackle the COVID-19 sensibly. In my view, a three-step strategy roadmap should be effective to tackle COVID-19 wisely. Firstly, the authority must aim to minimize the loss of direct life resulting from the disease, while recognizing that remain deep uncertainty about its true nature. Secondly, they must restore the elements of economic and social life so that to end the disastrous lasting consequences, including the other aspect of health, schooling, food security, and livelihood. The cost of lockdown has already been massive and deepened its result in foregone health treatment. Dropouts from school, permanent closure of business are some of the effects. Thirdly, we must aim to glide path out of the crisis that reasonably be projected to end it once and for all, not merely to manage it. There are a lot of challenges and impact of this COVID-19. The second COVID wave poses a threat to global economic recovery. The second wave of COVID infections presents a risk to measures and could dampen consumer sentiments. According to the Google mobility data, retail and recreation activity across India has dropped by more than 25%. However, given the focus of micro as opposed to nationwide lockdown, the impact of economic activity is expected to be less. Targeted nature of containment measure and rapid progress of vaccination is likely to migrate the negative impact. Manufacturing sector already feeling the heat on the second COVID wave. Production has been hit, pulling attendance in factory due to surge in cases, mandatory COVID testing. There is also fear of hard lockdown. Although 10% of the migrant workforce SME
Naresh, a lot of challenge with your internet connection. Naresh, we lost your voice, your vocals once again. You have to unmute your mic, Naresh. Yeah,
I've done that.
please, please. Yeah, please try.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Hanji, please, please.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
Hanji,
So we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. So I'll continue. Exchange, e-commerce, cargo services are categorized as essential services. All manufacturing union producing essential service goods may be allowed to function at full capacity, as well as the export-oriented units should also be. Businesses should also explore new products and market to there are a lot of other impacts like prices going up, the containers availability is not there, so transportation is becoming a major problem. The increase in price of raw material, cost of production is going up. There should be relaxation in policy and licensing and bureaucracy. And we also request for them to be more lenient to business to help them to grow. On the current situation to coronavirus, I feel that food and medicine should be made available with medical facilities all over. The entire healthcare administration should be upgraded with technical and administration skill for effective execution of healthcare. In fact, a new integrated ministry can be established to serve in this pandemic with a dedicated, proactive, vibrant, innovative, and proximity head and alleviate the fear of people by leading from the front. The healthcare budget should be increased for augmentation of infrastructure, materials, manpower, and budget amount for ensuring equitable and affordable universal vaccination. wise and timely lockdown in phases and scattered manner may also help in getting the breathing time for the healthcare infrastructure to recoup and replenish both the material and manpower. Calculated lockdown will break the chain of devastating spread. Equitable, accessible, and affordable vaccination for all can resolve the serious pandemic crisis. In 1997 and 2014, India could declare eradication of smallpox and polio only by adopting the universal free vaccination. What is the benefit of vaccination? The COVID-19 vaccine produced protection against the disease as a result of developing an immune response to SARS and COVID-2 virus. Developing immunity through vaccination means there is a reduced risk of developing the illness and its consequences. This immunity helps you fight the virus and prevent
We lost his signal again, Sunil ji. We lost his signal again. His mic is muted. His mic is muted. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, please try.
This immunity
we can
helps
hear
you
you.
fight the virus if exposed. Getting vaccinated may also protect people around you, because if you are protected from getting infected and from the people, you are less likely to get infect someone else. This particularly important to protect people at an increased risk for severe illness from COVID-19, such as healthcare providers, older or elderly adults, and people with other medical conditions. There are several vaccines that are in use. The first mass vaccination program started in early December 2020. WHO had issued UEL emergency using listing of various vaccines from time to time. The COVID-19 above 18 and older, including those who are pre-existing conditions of any kind, including autoimmune disorder. This condition includes hypertension, diabetic, asthma, pulmonary, liver and kidney disease, as well as chronic infection that are stable and controlled. Vaccination provides you from getting seriously ill and dying from COVID-19. For the first 14 days after vaccination, you do not have significant level of protection. Then it increases gradually occur after 14 days. For two-dose vaccine, both doses are needed to achieve the highest level of immune possible. The crisis of oxygen is deeply and every day it's affecting. Scores of people are stumbling to oxygen mismatched supply, and it is creating panic both among patients and medical fraternity. Through there is enough production, it is often the distribution is not proper. Imported oxygen concentrators and oxygen plants should reach to the beneficiary at the earliest to solve the issue. At the time is running out and impending crisis, we should solve it on a war footing. The mutation is norm for RNA virus, and understanding this needs proper gene sequencing and risk assessment. Unless we make our self prepared to face this by enhancing testing, we'll miss the boat. Therefore, they should enhance the testing and tracing in a big way. The shortages of needed drug treating COVID, including steroids, is mounting in many places. Through exporting is stopped of late, production should be enhanced to match the level of requirements. Hoarding and marketing should also be avoided. Shortage of health workers, manpower is also matter of concern. Concerned authority must look into it and ensure that there is no shortage of manpower. A safe environmental should be offered and created to health workers and doctors to work with peace and without any fear of violence. With this, I like to conclude, and I thank IAM, IMCC, Dr. Parmeshwar Arora and Mr. Gulshan Sharma to let me put my viewpoints today. I hope it may be useful. Let us all fight and pray to overcome this global pandemic. Be safe and healthy and maintain all norms and advice of health experts to be safe and make others safe, as this pandemic is far from over. Thank you.
Gulshanji, you want to say something?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Seth. I've got next program at 12:30 from Australia.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gulshanji, and thanks, Naresh, for a very useful input. And Brishti, can we sort of honor both Dr. Gulshan and Dr. Parmeshwar with the certificate, please?
Yeah, Gulshan sir, can you please share the certificates?
Ma'am, it is accepted. It is accepted. It is accepted.
Wholeheartedly
with open arms. And Sunil Seji, I mean, I still recollect your warmth and your daughter's wedding, where Naresh ji had invited me, and I had gone over there. May God bless the young children and everybody. And it was a pleasure to be with you and Naresh ji, and of course, Madam Brishti Mukherjee this morning. And thanks a lot. We are always there. Let's move on. I personally feel in Myanmar, if we take care of our children, if we take care of our youth, if we take care of our teachers, our educators, and besides that, you have given me something on agro, pharma, you have told me hospitality and vocational. We will take on all of that together. From our side, it would be a pleasure. It would be a pleasure to move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And all the participants, all the participants, stay safe, stay fine. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining us this morning. And stay tuned in on